Hi, folks. I'm going to give a short, as much as possible, a short review of my favorite writer, Dale Carnegie. Rest in peace. Um, his three books: How to Win Friends and Influence People, How to Stop Worrying, and Public Speaking. And you just need these three books if you want, in my humble opinion. You need just these three books if you want the Dale Carnegie experience. You don't need to go to any course. In fact, if I may, I hate to say this, I feel if you go to his courses, there's so many courses now. It's turned into a money-making machine. I don't recommend it. So let's get into it right away. His first book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I just got this also lately. The original is out. Original. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Best. Get the original. What's the beauty of this book? It took him 15 years to write this book. It's got part one has got the three fundamental techniques in handling people. Part two, 6 ways to make people like you. One second, please hold on, just one second. Just a second. I'm right there. Come on. No, yeah. 12 ways to win people to your way of thinking. And part four, 9 ways to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. And finally, 7 rules for making your home life happier, marriage life, etc., etc. This is a fantastic book. It really is. However, I will add one thing. I remember in 1994, I wish I had it, in Stockholm. I was in Stockholm, I used to live there. I read an article in which I wish I had that. Dale Carnegie said that there comes a time, he says be diplomatic, this and the other, but there comes a time that you just have to roll up your sleeves and just give it to some people. Okay, some people are very deep, some people are very bad, and this book will not always work all the time. But it's a super book. I'll always say I'll never be Dale Carnegie's perfect student. It takes strength and character to apply it all the time. But this is a phenomenal book. And remember, after every chapter, there's a nutshell in the end. Nutshell, 6 points, nutshell. This smile, remember names. But the way he explains it. Okay, you can take a shortcut, just read the nutshell. No. The way he explains it. And the beauty of Dale Carnegie was he wrote in simple English. He wrote like he's writing a letter. Like in a lame, of course he would sometimes rarely use hard words, but he used to write in simple English. Anyone could read it. And the way he would explain the whole thing, that's the real deal. That sinks into your head. Folks, I highly recommend this book. First book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Super book. Before I go on, I remember also I read somewhere, I wish I had that too, again 1994. Apparently, the Dale Carnegie books have sold the most books in the non-fiction category after the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran. That's how powerful he is. And his books are in every, in English, Chinese, Punjabi even. Hold on a second. Can you hold on, please? Hold on a second, please. One second. That reminds me. This second. See? Sorry, see this. This is in How to Win Friends and Influence People in Urdu. So it's in Urdu, Punjabi, Chinese, this, that, the other. So we have gone through the first one, How to Win Friends. After that came How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, 1948. Yeah, super book, super. Okay, and I'll just say one thing. He gives all sorts of techniques, how to stop worrying, stay busy. Most things come from your imagination. Fear comes from imagination, most of it. But chapter 19, he says about God and the perfect way to conquer worry. The bottom line, he says, go to God, whether you're religious or not. How beautifully he explains that there is a God I haven't seen anywhere else as such. He explains that there's a God, how his father was going to almost commit suicide, but his mother's faith kept them going. Super book. Chapter 19, go to God, go to religion, the bottom line. So it's an excellent book. Yeah. Finally, the third book is How to Develop Self-Confidence and Influence People by public speaking or public speaking. This is the first book which he wrote amongst. Another super book, I'll take Imran Khan as an example. It teaches you how to speak from your heart. Even right now, what I'm doing, I learned, it teaches you how to speak from your heart. Let's take Imran Khan. One thing I like about him, he speaks from his heart. It says you must have passion for your subject, passion, and the rest will follow. And the most, chapter 4, improvement of memory, impression, repetition, association, the 3 rules given here in how public speaking. It teaches you how to speak from your heart. And Dale Carnegie says, if the people think that you have been trained how to speak in public speaking, then you will be no credit to me, to Dale Carnegie. He says, I want you to speak so naturally that others will think you've never been trained. And he says, go and knock out the most ignorant person around. When you knock him down, when you get up, he would speak with some fight. He said, that's it. That's how I want you to speak. Folks, the video is getting long. Remember these 3 books. Public Speaking, How to Win Friends, and Stop Winning. A must have in your library. Get it, please. Thank you. God bless.